Oh, junk. Oh, shit. We are not muted. Camera is on. Chat has arrived. My horn is maintained. Back from the shop. Back from Costa Rica. And I'm tired. It's been my goodness. It's been a long week or so. Long week and a half since the last time we were here. I'm sleepy. Takes a lot out of me to travel around, go gallivanting across the globe. Totally worth it, but man, getting back into the routine has been a little tricky. But I will say, I did take my horn into the shop while I was gone, which is fantastic because now my valves, they play like a freaking dream. I no longer have issues with the rotor stops being about to fall apart. Yep. Which is fantastic. They don't click. That was the most, but it's still like, it plays very well. Even though I don't play very well, over the week in Costa Rica, all I was able to manage, which is, more than one should manage on vacation. But I had my mouthpiece and buzz pipe, and I did about an hour most days, just on mouthpiece stuff. But so we're not starting from zero after stopped for an entire week, which is good. And I have a spit valve again. My old spit valve was busted, and they fitted me for a new cork pad when I took it into the shop, which was very nice. I didn't ask him to do that. They didn't mention doing that on the receipt. It was very nice of them. Great shop out in Gainesville. If any of y'all are around, Hogtown Music in Gainesville. Wonderful shop. Definitely a little out of practice. So flat. Yo, Professor! What's up, dude? Woot woot to you, my friend. How are you? I will ask again in about 37 seconds once the ad is over. Oh my goodness. What's going on? The ad is over! What's up, Professor? Good to see you, my friend. How have you been? How are things? My goodness. It's slow going over here. I'm not ready to, I can only imagine how bad it is for my girlfriend having to go back to work today for the first time in over a week. I am very slow going. Quite sluggish, sleepy, want to get back to Costa Rican sort of pura vida mindset, you know? I'm not ready to be back to reality. Oh, there goes, etc., etc. Oh, man. What a trip, though, I tell you. Where's the sunburn? Boy, howdy, let me tell you. It's starting to fade now, but my face was peeling pretty bad yesterday, and it's on my knees, like real bad. We managed to avoid the sunburn until day before. It was like Wednesday, because it was like cloudy and rainy most of the time, and we spent our time indoors. There was like a butterfly conservatory we went and saw. We got like a couples massage. We hung out at the pool, when it was overcast and cloudy, rainy stuff. But then on Wednesday, we ended up kayaking out on Lake Arnold, which is at the foot of the volcano. Absolutely gorgeous and fantastic little bit of kayaking, but it was cloudy when we went out, and then when we were out, it became sunny, and we didn't sunscreen because I don't know why. So we got really, really badly burnt on Wednesday. So we're recovering at the moment. Poor my girlfriend though. She I had some SPF 30 that I put on in the mornings on my face, so I didn't get sunglasses tan lines. My girlfriend, she has like a superhero tan line from her sunnies. It was pretty funny, but yeah, no, it's been it was a good trip. Lots of good food, lots of wonderful scenery. I haven't put anything in the Discord yet. I've got some pictures that I want to share with y'all, but just been running around trying to do everything else. I bought a bunch of plywood this morning to make the cabinets, and got to go pay for them this afternoon and clean up and get ready and back to work. So it's been kind of nonstop since we've been back, but it's good to be back. It is good to be back. I'm the kind of vacationer traveler where because the year before we went for 12 days, and after the first week I was like, okay, I'm ready to be home. This year it was like a week, and I was definitely ready to be home. So it's yeah, definitely ready to jump back into the routine, because I like my routine. It's a fun routine. What do we want to play today, though? Because I'm like a little out of practice. Obviously, we should do lip trills. But it's not quite as bad as let's not do this one. Let's do this. Not quite as bad as I was expecting, because I was able to do a lot of mouthpiece stuff over the week. I was able to carve out about an hour a day to buzz around in the mornings. after breakfast when my girlfriend would be chilling, getting ready for whatever we're doing later in the day. So it's not as bad as it could be, but still, definitely, we're not back at peak efficiency. Can still kind of trill, maybe. Not too bad for being out of practice, you know? Whatever. Whew. That's tricky, y'all. Those dang trills. Because I didn't get to practice. You don't, or I don't. I didn't trill on my mouthpiece in Costa Rica. I don't know that trills are necessarily the best mouthpiece work because there are no partials. Like, you're supposed to sort of hover between partials to get it to trill, and the mouthpiece just is the mouthpiece. So I didn't do any trilling, but I did scales on my mouthpiece, which was fucking crazy. I did Clark studies on the mouthpiece. The that one. I did those on the mouthpiece, which was difficult, but fun. Whew. And I can tell I haven't done any trills in a while because my corners are absolutely screaming. Oh, shit hurts when you're out of practice. No pain, no gain. Excuse me. Whew! My goodness. Alright, I think that's about enough trilling for the moment. Ah. My corners are screaming. But that's okay, because it's all building strength back. It's crazy. Like, I practiced the most on vacation that I've ever practiced on a vacation in my life. And still coming back, it's like I'm amazed at how much I have lost. It might be one of those things where it's like, you know, if you skip a day of playing, one day you notice, after 2 days your colleagues notice, after 3 days the audience notices. Maybe I'm in the I notice camp, but like I notice. I technically did miss 2 days over the course of vacation, but they were the travel days. So like they were days I was literally on an airplane for the entire day. Not the entire day, it's a 3-ish hour flight. But then also driving to the airport and all that kind of mess, and you know, to and from, and just not conducive for buzzing. I am not though she is my horn hero, I don't have the that sort of energy where I can be like Freudus and just free buzz at bus stops and just, you know, out at the, do my buzzing at bus stops and in the airport and etc. etc. I feel like I cannot pull that off. Okay. Let's play something. Maybe a cling. Maybe a coprosh. Maybe a coprosh. I think we've been doing some coprosh. What about like number 8? It's not a bad one. I think this is one that I've been working on, or that I have worked on a little bit. Yo, Empire! What's up, dude? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you've been well. I shall attempt to slumber in the 10th hour of the day, but the attempt shall begin at the 9th one. That's a good idea. That is a good plan. That's usually, honestly, my plan. Like, if I'm asleep by 10, I'm happy. If I'm in bed by like 9:30, also happy. Good to see you, dude. How you been? I missed y'all. And you, Professor. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I missed you as well. I missed all of y'all. I missed being here, being able to toot. It has been like I was getting a little horn crazy, a little stir crazy without my horn, because I just just buzzing on the mouthpiece for a week is not does not cut it. Oh, you're good. You're good. I just want to make sure that I don't want to like forget to, because I think of things and I say things and then I think of things and that they don't always overlap. The things that I think of to say don't always actually get said. Just so we don't forget anyone. That's all. That's not bad. I've been practicing my English flute. The recorder, gotcha. It's quite choice with me and a single companion of mine are attempting to compose a piece of Muhammadin music. Apologies for the pronunciation. I want to make Arabic music with my buddy. Dude, love that. Get into some Afro-Cuban jazz, some good old Michael Jordan. Good old Mary Jane, good old Mickey Mouse Joanna. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I love me some like Latin Latin flair, Afro-Cuban jazz, like all that good stuff. Michael Jackson, Mood Juice. I gotcha. Never quite know what someone's referencing on the internet when there's MJ without context. Afro-Cuban jazz, and I mean, I don't know. He is the king of pop for a reason, I never I like Michael Jackson's music. I like the big hits, most of them. But I don't know. I never really felt like the desire to go further into the catalog, if that makes sense. Beat It and Billie Jean and Smooth Criminal and PYT and all the big dance number hits. I'm into those. But if there's Michael Jackson deep cuts, I don't know that I'm super interested, Oh, that's a good one. Don't stop till you get enough. Dun, 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 dun. That is a good one. Who is it? I don't think that's one I know. I don't think I'm familiar with that one. I gotta say, I think Billie Jean and PYT are up there for me. Those are probably my two favorites. Billie Jean, because it's... I didn't even realize it was a Michael Jackson song for until I was in high school, college, I think. My dad, back in the day when I was a kid, he would just sing, "But the kid is not my son." Like, just, randomly. He had a song for everything, is the thing about my dad. And that was one that he would like do, he would sing often. So I had that stuck in my brain forever, but never knew it was part of like an actual song, until much later. One of those kinds of things. That's one thing we love. Sleeping early, dude. Early to bed, early to rise. Can play Billie Jean's on a drum set. Really, dude, that's pretty cool. Drums in Michael Jackson can get pretty funky. That's dope. Yeah, man. I can see that's good shit. I always get this wrong. Every single time. So hold on. Let me make sure that I actually know it, and then I'll write in something. Tongue as fast as you humanly can. Oh my goodness. It's not going to be pretty. Something like that, but yeah, it's not. Oh, flutter. That's true. I could flutter. That's as tongue as fast as I possibly humanly can. I told you it ain't gonna be pretty. Shoot. Goodness. Should learn the Roman cornu flutter tonguing. The Roman cornu, like the French horn, the English corno, the trompa, rapapa. My family's friends are kids or iPad kids, and I'm enraged by their making their numbers grow. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a dog in the fight. I don't have a dog in the fight, is all I'm going to say. It's far be it for me to cast aspersions or throw stones on anyone's parenting choices. That's all I'm going to say on that. Like, I understand, you know, on all sides. As a parent, I'm sure they're exhausted and trying to just get some peace and quiet and, you know, some time for the kids to entertain themselves, right? And there's probably good ways to do it where you have them, you know, educational content and math games. Like, I tell you, when I was a kid growing up, I had what was it called? Jumpstart. It was a game series, and there was Jumpstart like kindergarten through like 5th, 6th grade or something, and they were all like, you know, educational, math, reading, science, and literature kind of like games for, you know, each grade level, and each one had a different theme. So I remember like it was either 4th or 5th grade was like a spooky haunted something, and actually like scared the shit out of me as a kid. But you had to go and like make magic potions from the witch's like cauldron, and it was surprisingly, at least in my, you know, young child brain, it was terrifying, but it was also very educational. So, you know, there's probably a good way to do it. Educational content is good shit, and I can't play high today, so, you know, who knows. See if I remember these. Ouch. Yo, Tapioca! You're back! What's up, dude? Great to see ya! Oh my goodness. Let me me see. Yo, what should I do next? What's going on? I'm sorry I missed you as well. Great to see ya. Holy moly. Oh my goodness. How are y'all doing? Hope you didn't miss me too much. Yeah, no. I would like to see something new, which will make my brain curious. Such as, for example, learning to cuss in Sumerian just in case Gilgamesh insults my mother. Well, that's definitely, boy howdy, if ever you run into Gilgamesh, the epics of, I don't even know Gilgamesh, dude. On the battlefield of Constantinople, Sumer, like, yeah, I don't know. You know, it's just, the joke is past. But that's forgetting, is Sumerian, that's a dead language, right? There are not, it's like Latin, in case I ever come across an ancient Roman sort of thing. Yo boy has graduated. What? Just gotta worry about exams and finishing assignments. Now, wait. So you've graduated, and yet you still have exams and assignments to do after having received your letters? Is that typical? When I graduated, I was done for everything. Yo, vacations were great. Thank you for asking. It was definitely what I needed. It's it was great. It was a lot. But it was great. Trying to remember, like, now I'm trying to think of what all we did, and I'm blanking. There was let's see, there was a couples massage. There was a butterfly and like wildlife conservatory that we visited and toured around. There was a hot springs. We met up with one of our tour guides last year. My girlfriend kept in touch because they do like photography and whatnot, and he was supposed to take us bird watching on Tuesday, I think. JC, if you're watching somehow, I wanted to go bird watching, my guy. And went kayaking out on the lake at the foot of the volcano kind of thing. Like, whew. Tons of fun. Tons of good food. All kinds of casados and sodas, you know. Yeah. That was a good time. A lot of time in the pool, in the hot tub. Only mildly sunburnt. It's starting to go away as of now, but like, well, I can't even. It was much worse before, and it's much worse on my legs, my poor knees. But yeah, I'm definitely ready to be back. Ready to be back in the whole routine of things, you know. Yeah, it's odd because the certificate we received isn't the provincial diploma. It's just a school awarded certificate. I still have to lock it. So you've graduated, but you still have shit to do before you actually like graduate? What? That is absurd. I would be so disheartened. I just based on like if it was my particular thing, because like I was, although maybe not, because I technically graduated from a community college like a month before I graduated high school, so it's like kind of the same thing, or a similar thing, I suppose. But in any event, best of luck to you. Knock on wood. No, you're gonna crush it. So like, no luck needed. I shouldn't have even knocked on wood for you, but I did. Sumer, Uruk, Mesopotamia. That's all right. When you bring Uruk into it, is that not Uruk-hai, like Lord of the Rings type shit? The White Hand of Saruman and all, you know? No descendants, so if I ever see Gilgamesh, may the flies of the swamp be sent to your ears and nose. Dude, that is like... that's powerful. Yikes. I do not know Latin, for the record. I know there was a popular joke like when I was going around like high school. It was, oh, I'm so glad I spent, X number of years learning Latin because in case I ever come across an ancient Roman, boy howdy, because like joke is dead language, but I do not know. I very little, muy poquito español, pero mostly just English. But not Polish. Was there in the man who's guided in Latin with directions? Oh, but anyway, at one point there was a Polish priest in an airport who knew Polish and Latin. Meanwhile, a student spoke Latin, but not Polish. Oh, that's funny. So, I mean, if in case there's no like English or Polish, other, it's a good fallback language, I suppose. Oh man, for 15 minutes, it's a spoken language, right? It was resurrected for 15 minutes and then immediately sent back to the grave. Mm-mm. And obviously, Latin has its applications in science and biology and medicine and all kinds of scientific applications for specificity, right? And as the root for other Romance languages. If you have a decent grasp on Latin and such, you can basically figure out some things. Not like, everything, but not nothing. Oh, God. What do I want to play? Probably something low. My high range hasn't been working great today. Let's maybe do the tuba. Tuba concerto, maybe some cello. Yeah. Lots of good things happened while you were gone. Dude! Except the fact that I couldn't watch your stream. Well, lots of good things happened on vacation, except I was not able to toot properly and hang out with all of y'all. So, cuts both ways. So apart from graduation, what else has been good, my friend? How have you what are these good things happening? Fill me in, stud. I have a question. Why not go to the Vatican, speak to some priests, and go like, I spoke Latin, see it's still alive? What is the classification for a dead language? It's like, because I think there's no like native born speakers, and I don't know what the official language of the Vatican is, but like is Latin the official language? I would assume like Italian, Vatican official language. It does not have one. It uses Italian as the working language and Latin as the official language of the Holy See. Interessante. Do I work in music? I don't right now. I'm a student. In a previous life, I was a CPA. I worked for PwC for a number of years, and plenty of other firms. So I saved a lot, and I'm very frugal. Like I own my house. It's a very favorable price and interest rate kind of thing. So I'm at the moment living off savings. And hopefully, as soon as the local symphony, I am just waiting on them to post their dang auditions, because as soon as they do, that is an audition I'm going to want to take and make a little there and start getting my foot in the door there. But as of right now, yes, this is full-time student. Honestly, I'm going to teach my kids Latin, going to revive it. Good on you, mate. I wish you the best of luck. That would be very silly, but that would be pretty awesome too. Like, yeah, I have nothing against. Some dude in the 1500s raised his kid in Latin. He grew up and It might be starting to thunderstorm here in a little bit, for the record. Don't know if that's going to knock out my power or internet, so TBD. Oh, posture. Thank you, Tapioca. You're absolutely right. Oh, so I'm doing the 1500s, raised a kid in Latin, and you grew up, and so we can say the last native speaker died 500 years ago, so I believe we could theoretically raise kids in Latin and revive it. Like, you could. You certainly could. And I think it might be one of those things where we've spent so long wondering whether or not we could, but we forgot to properly assess whether or not we should. You know? Which is not to say yes or no. Not to say that you should or shouldn't, but I'm just asking questions, right? Commentary. All right, let's play some stuff. Oh my god. My freaking corners. Like all those people who say follow your dreams all day. I hope you succeed. Thank you so much. I hope so too. Because that's like this is so I don't know if I've actually told the story to you, but I started college as a music major back in 2010. After my first year, I dropped out and changed majors to accounting, and long story there. Just got burnt out and didn't have a great working relationship with my professor. Whatever. But as an accountant, as a CPA, I always had this inkling in the back of my mind, like, this is at some point I'm going to go back and finish my music degree. Like that was my daydream, kept me going through doing tax returns for 8 years. And so it's like, now this is the point. And I fucking love it, dude. Like, so that's kind of the cliff notes of how we got to here. Appreciate that. Eventually, these kids who speak Latin, I'll go make memes and Latin videos. Latin, just make it immerse in the language, and eventually I would want to invent a whole side quest in Latin. I mean, look, if that is your truth, if your truth is in Latin, then carpe that diem, and all the best. I don't know any more Latin off the top of my head than carpe diem, but I hope it works out well for you. Because first. You have to learn it though to be able to teach it, right? Am I remembering this correct? Like you'd have to actually get yourself. So eventually I could have schooling which is in English but Latin in one class. So I think if I taught them Latin and made memes, would make a little Latin speaking community. I don't know. There's probably plenty of Latin stuff in music, like notation and whatnot. We might be able to do something, like very little, but probably not a whole stream with like a toga and sandals and just going off in Latin about Caesar or some shit. Like, man, actually that might be kind of fucking hilarious. We'll have to see on that. This over here so I can actually see the page. Nope. Might go back to producing. I want to try doing a genre that I wouldn't typically do. What are you working on, Tapioca? What kind of stuff do you? I don't know. Have you posted your stuff into Discord? Because I haven't been on there in a minute, but I don't know if I remember listening to your stuff. Might do some EDM or something with synths and stuff. Ooh, that sounds like fun. Make it funky. Love that. I mean, it's a good thought experiment, but I'm not really half as motivated to learn Latin as I am to learn Mandarin. I'm having difficulty with that. I hear ya. Eh? I'm actually gonna start college soon, and I aspire to be an actor. Yo, that's freaking awesome, dude! I loved acting. When I was in high school, I did some productions. They were like musicals, so the acting was like limited. But I really enjoyed doing the musicals in my high school. I always thought like, dang, acting would be fun to do, but like I have no background in it since then. But that's freaking awesome, dude. So like, do you have any sort of, I guess I don't know what any characters or any like, or do you lean more dramatic? Do you lean more towards comedic or like stage versus screen versus what do you do? What do you do? It would cost a lot, but it would be so much so fun if I got my local community to teach their kids Latin and speak to each other in Latin. Then eventually we would revive. Yeah, I mean that would be quite a big endeavor. Any advice? I guess I'm drained motivation. It keeps coming on random things and going. So here's my thing with that specifically is I honestly have no advice for you because that's how my brain works in general. That's my ADHD. I will get super intensely hyper focused on something and then out of nowhere I just drop it and move on to the next thing. Like ooh shiny, like let's, something else. Um I've been fortunate to like be able to hyper focus and intensely obsess over horn and practicing music and stuff like this. And that hasn't gone away, knock on wood yet. But in general, that is something that I struggle with all the time. Like I'll get into a crocheting really intensely, and I'll make I'll start a blanket and then I'll drop it for 6 months and not ever come back, and I've got half finished projects of all kinds just strewn about the house, sort of a thing. So long-term sustained motivation is not something that I am very particularly good with. But honestly, hand to God, the thing that helped me the most was medication. Um, I was medicated briefly on a small dose of Adderall, and that helped me focus, and it helped me like prioritize, and it helped me because apart from the hyper focus, executive dysfunction was my big thing. So like actually starting anything was something that I and still to this day, I'm not the best at. Um, but like I've always got this list of stuff that I have to do, and it's I've got time to do it, and I can do it, but actually getting up and initializing and actually doing is such a mountain to climb. Once I get started for like 5 minutes, boom, it's done. But that first initial step for me is one of the worst things to do, and medication really helped me with that. And I don't know if that's therapy, and there's cognitive behavioral therapy and things like that can help as well. Dude, we always root on crochets, and in fact, my girlfriend was. I was talking to my girlfriend yesterday about crocheting and knitting and stuff, and I kind of think I want to get back into some yarn stuff, man. After I finish doing the house remodel, but throw it on the pile, you know. Speaking of which, I was making a bag specifically for a notebook, and I haven't finished it for like 5 months. Yeah, one of us. I used to hyperfocus tons, but the amount of focus that I got declined. Now I get consistent motivation to just play crap on my recorder, not to learn pieces. But if I just play, if I learn pieces, it stops. Interesting. So just as make sure I understand, because like something that I will do with music is I will learn half of an etude and I will learn half of a piece, and then I'll be like, yeah, I'm learning this so well, and then I will not finish learning a piece, right? So I want to play something that I already know because the dopamine floods in, right? But then actually sitting and going from that to struggling and trying to learn something new from that doesn't hit the same. So I end up just half learning a bunch of different etudes and pieces and never actually like finishing a song. So it might be kind of similar, but I have experience with theater and on-stage acting. Gotcha. I've written and acted multiple skits during my school years, but yeah, the goal is to act in feature films. I like dramatic performances, comedy too. Did a lot of comedy in school, but my favorite actor is Leo. Hell yeah, dude. He finally got that Oscar. Love that. That's awesome. So it sounds like you've got a good, foundation and base, and hopefully, I don't know what theater school is like in college, but I hope you get the instruction you need, and like I don't want to say you're going to be a leg up on anyone or whatever, because breaking into film industry as on-screen talent is a lottery at the best of times, right? But like having a good classical foundation of your craft, I think that's only going to serve you well. That's awesome, dude. like fiddling with scales is all I can do without like just not wanting to do it. Interesting. So you're getting out and playing, and then you find that you're, for lack of a better word, you become bored with the playing. Because once I start playing something, it's like, okay, now it's kind of like with anything. If I start doing something, then I'm, in it, the ball's rolling, the momentum is building. But like getting me to start playing something is not as easy. You know what I mean? Popping out here, something's wrong with my stomach, and I gotta figure something out because it's kill. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Tapioca. I hope you feel better. What do I even do? Is anyone here a biologist or doctor or something? Well, I don't know. Do we have any biologists or doctors? I was a CPA. I was an accountant. It's not a bad career if you can deal with the hours and the expectations. The work is what you make it, and there's a bunch of different career paths in accounting. I'm just not to try and push anyone any sort of way, but I literally took biology and do not understand what's happening. That was me when I took biology too. I was not good at it. Much better at chemistry than bio. Never took physics, although I think I could get physics with the right math base. I didn't take like the right maths to be able to do physics well, but I become bored with learning a piece, or it's fine to play normal music, but to like learn a scale and just improvise is the thing that I've been doing a while. But improvisation, that's a valuable skill in and of itself. So if you're just doing, going up and down a scale and improvising, that is practicing your improvisation. That's awesome. People make whole entire careers off being improvisational. There's nothing wrong with that. The real goal here is to enjoy the process. To be honest, you just need a struggling director and just as passionate to create good films as you. Hey, you might be onto something. Maybe there are like local community theaters, and I'm sure I could get involved with, at school as well. But again, it's what do I want to devote my time to right now? Is this thing, and it's there's. With everything else on the list, there's not a whole lot else that doesn't afford me too much other time. Because I got to make sure that I keep do the yard work. Got to upkeep the yards. Got to bake the bread. Got to make sure the chickens are nice and well taken care of. I got to build kitchen cabinets and remodel my kitchen. I got to throw it on the pile. Maybe in the fall though. Once the big, like the kitchen and the house remodel are largely under control, maybe that is something. Forgot to tell you, a few days back, I had a jamming session with my friends and killed it on the drum set. Yo, that's so fucking hype, dude. I love that. Is that do you jam a lot, or is this like just a like a pickup game type of thing? That's freaking awesome, dude. My belt was way too tight and I didn't notice. Dude, I hate that. I know exactly how that is. And especially after it's been a while and like you gotta go to the bathroom maybe, but like you kind of don't. But then it's like, oh my God, but my belt. And it's like, oh, yeah. That didn't make sense. But like, if you know, you know. I genuinely can play over music and just like stay on time and beat, but to play an existing song feels like I'm being brought from the dead to do it. Well, then don't play an existing song. Don't, just make something up and play and improvise and do your own. That's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So now it feels like I got to run to the washroom, even though it's perfectly fine after loosening the belt. Yeah. All right, let's play some more. I got you, Tapioca. I got you. Let's play some stuff. It's been a minute. Okay, finally we finished. That's all for the tuba. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. We met weekly. My friends, they study classical Indian music. One plays violin, the other plays tabla and guitar. I don't know a tabla. Definitely not pronouncing it right. Oh, a traditional pair of hand drums from the Indian subcontinent. Yo. Cool. Look like Indian bongos almost. That's really nice. Hell yeah. Holy camel. I forgot Empire. I did forget. Gotta give me a toga and discaptatio with the homies. I don't even. Are you bringing the Latin? You bringing the Latin back? All other people don't know how to act. They bring in sexy Latin back. You know? Okay. Gonna do the alto trombone concerto just for a minute because it's a little higher, and I want to run the high range a little. I don't think I like the spit valve nearly as much as I like just pulling out the thing. We need to be marching with the unit. The Centurions finna go inside a horse. The Trojans won't notice. They'll have no idea. They'll have no idea. This bad boy can fit so many Trojans up inside it. And all, you know. Getting, oh, geez. What's the... Never mind. Bad joke. Didn't work. Never mind. It's over. Holy moly. Holy camel. Yeah. My corners are burning. Not used to. So when I got back Saturday, I played like a little bit. Yesterday, I tried to have like a normal practice day, morning, afternoon, and evening. It was not a normal practice day. It was like 3 hours max. So I'm still building up my my strength and endurance and technique. Whew. I honestly think it would be dope if we made a Latin-only channel. That would be something. That would definitely be something. Great to see you again. I'm gonna go now, dude. Tapioca, see you later, my friend. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Feel better. We'll see you later. Thanks for hanging out, my buddy. Latin-only channel, because maybe for like, ooh, okay. All right, here's what we do. Is we have the normal channel, but then you have channel dash Latin, and that's the so you just have everything, but you just put it in, and I think YouTube will just auto dub it or sub it or whatever, so you could just like choose Latin, so you don't even have to do any extra work. You just take the original content and just translate it into Latin on a second channel as a meme. Might be the play. Want to try cubing? Cubing. Not sure I'm on. I don't know what to cube. I'm not sure. Perhaps I need the deets first. Oh yeah, I should do them. No translating. We need to learn it actually. Oh, come on. Well, then I'm going to be a lot less enthusiastic about learning it actually, but maybe. Oh, Rubik's cubing, dude. I would love to. I would love to, and I've tried a few times, but I've never actually gotten it. Probably because I tried to learn it from reading. Also, Henry, what is up, my friend? Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. I missed y'all. Hope you had a good time while I was away. Yeah, I think last time I tried to learn the Rubik's Cube, it was trying to read about it, and I can't do that. If I'm shown how to, if I watch a video on how to do it, I'll probably be able to. And in fact, I probably should. That's a good point. Maybe. This might become a cubing channel. World Cup starts in 10 days. Who's your favorite to win? I have no fucking idea, dude. Everything surrounding the World Cup this year, it's not something I'm particularly interested in or excited for. I'm just gonna say Germany, England, France, Italy, Brazil, Argentina. One of those, perhaps. I think that's a pretty good bet. Don't need to learn all of it, just use a translator and learn some words. Yeah, but the problem is if we're gonna do it, we need to do it right. So we can't just half-ass it, is the problem. That's my thing, is if I'm gonna do it, we're going to commit, we're going all in on Latin. You can't just use a common phrase book, right? Hello, how are you? Where is the bathroom? Donde está la biblioteca type thing, We're going all in. We are carpaying the diem and the nocta, I think. Something. Italy's not even in it? What an underdog story. My ignorance on full display. I am not a football, rest of the world football kind of fan as much as I am an American football fan. But even then, I just basically root for my Florida Gators. Yeah. I have exposed myself. My ignorance on full display. Apologies. But, maybe then I'm still sticking with Germany and Brazil, I think. I've got one European team, one South American team. I think that'll be yeah. And I hope they're both in it this year. So that's the first half of the prelude to the Bach Cello Suite Number 1. And honestly, that's not too bad for not having practiced it in about a week. We need the Vatican to win the World Cup. Wouldn't that be something? That would be something indeed. That, dude, all right. I will commit to you, Empire. If the Vatican were to win the World Cup, I will... This is my verbal signature. I will learn Latin with you if the Vatican wins the World Cup. That is what I will commit to. You break my heart all the time, from not Justin Bieber to Italy. Oh, I'm sorry. But you know, it takes all kinds. That is the beauty of this world of humanity, is that we all got our different things, you know? Like, and I don't hate Justin Bieber. He's just not my favorite. And I don't think I could probably name 2 songs by him, and that includes his feature on Despacito. And also I think there's a song called Baby that he does. I think that's right. Love Yourself. That's one. That's a good one. Imagine if Latin even qualified the chance to be... Dude, yeah. Dude, what even would the chance be? Like, I don't know enough Latin to even be able to come up with a joke for it. The Pope carries it. Oh man! And then when they win and they have the celebratory parade down in the Vatican Square with the Pope mobile, yeah, dude, that'd be something. Y'all crazy. That sure would be. If they even qualify, I would go that far. I would go that far. If they qualify, if the Vatican City qualifies for the World Cup. Not even just this year. I would say any future year in perpetuity to the end of my days. If ever the Vatican qualifies for the World Cup, that is the day I will learn Latin. Digital verbal signature, notarized and stamped, signed, sealed, delivered. That'll happen. Boy, howdy. Excuse me. I need to learn this. I don't know this nearly as well. Second half of the thing. Justin Bieber songs you named, Dan, you don't even know. Stop pretending. I'm not pretending. That's the thing. Those are the only ones I know, and I don't know him other than that. I don't. Other than, you know, back in the day, I had the haircut around 2006 to 2010. I was rocking the swept bangs. And Justin Bieber was a meme around my high school. Like it's what all the freshman girls were into, and we couldn't be asked to listen to Justin Bieber. Are you joking? But I recognize the man's got he's got pipes. The man can sing, absolutely. I just don't know his stuff, other than the few. Pope kicks a ball, goal. Oh, is that yeah? Or if he makes a save, dude, the Pope just saved. The Pope makes a save. There's something there. My haircut's a mess like me, but it looks good, dude. As long as it looks good. I haven't cut my hair in like 3 years, 2.5 years or so. I don't care. I just throw it back, throw it in a bun, like whatever. I like it. If you like it, that's all that matters. It's your hair. Unless there's someone telling you to not. But Pope is the holiest player. I struggle to think of anyone who would be holier than the Holy of Holies, the Pontiff himself. He's got the power of God and anime on his side. Unstoppable. Absolutely unbeatable. Yeah, that I just need to relearn, because that has not stuck nearly as well. That's not even right. Whatever. It would be actually insane. Like, imagine the Pope just scoring like that. It'd be the holy war of football. Well, okay, yes, but like, who would be against? Who would be fighting the Pope in this situation? Who has the huevos to go up against the Pope, the actual conduit to God, in a football match? I know I wouldn't. I'd be like, all right, dude, you just go ahead and win. Still be better than Arsenal winning the. Yeah, football stuff. I tell you, my ignorance is about to go on full display again, because I know someone just won the Premier League, and someone, they lost the champions something. I don't know. Argentina goes against the Vatican. The whole religious debate around, does God go on Messi's side? Is Messi still doing it? I honestly thought last World Cup was his last. I don't know. I'm so far out of the zeitgeist, out of the loop, out of the whatever. But I will tell you, I do have to get going. It's a shorter practice today because I got to go pay for some plywood, get some lunch, do some work around the house and stuff. But we're gonna be back. Actually, not tomorrow. probably not tomorrow. People are coming to work on my doors again because they didn't do them right last time. So I might not be able to stream tomorrow, but Wednesday for sure, we'll be back probably tomorrow. Anyways, hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out. It's been wonderful to come back. I will say that. It's been wonderful to come back and see all y'all. And that's it for me. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Imagine I want to play against the Pope. I want to play against the Pope. For real. There's no winning. Here's the thing. There's no winning. If you beat the Pope, then you're a heretic. If you lose to the Pope, it's like he's the Pope. You are always going to lose. Chew on that until next time. We'll